Hey, welcome to Massive Hulk Talk. I'm James Cowan. Today we got another good show for you today, but our mic situation is not optimal,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be complaining about that the whole time. Jeremy Moore, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Jeremy Moore. My name is Jeremy Moore.
Cool, dude.
I'm a junior here at SNHU. I'm into programming. I like action movies.
And what's your name?
And my name is Jeremy.
And Mustafa Price, what is your name?
Chet Waters is Mustafa Price's name.
Okay.
Thank you for asking. My name is actually Mustafa Price. I'm not actually at odds with the mic levels right now. I'm kind of appreciating them by looking at them on Audacity.
You don't
Nice.
like him? Or you
I,
do?
I like them. I'm a fan.
Alright.
I'm not a fan. I just told people I'm not a fan. I'm a person. I'm a game art major. I'm primarily interested in design and story writing.
Awesome. So, together we make Massive Hulk. I'm James Cowan. We're missing Sarah DeLeppo, but hey, we'll get her next semester. We have one more show this semester, and then we're done
Then we're out.
for at least
Howdy.
this semester. So we got a good show. Here we go. We're gonna do the intro. We already did that. Boom. We're gonna talk about game news.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about our game of the week.
Nice.
Someone has a very special game of the week that they want to talk about. We're gonna talk about the Game Design Club, what happened there, and as well as the Game Jam recap.
Yeah.
Because we had the Game Jam this weekend, and then we're just gonna kind of break off into teams and do kind of a general discussion. So
Nice.
let's get into gaming news. Does anyone have anything? Because the internet's spotty and now I can't see my notes.
I have some gaming news. For those who are interested in virtual reality, as you're aware, like the two main things right now are the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. The HTC Vive's consumer model was originally going to come out, I think, in March or February. It has now been delayed to April. So you'll have to wait just a little bit longer for that. But hey, that's good because now I have more time to save up to buy one.
Yeah, some people were like, "Hey, why did you give us a release date and then change it?" And some people were like, "Oh, good, because I don't want a broken product."
Right,
So,
exactly. Especially
take
with
it however
something
you
as
want.
fledgling as a VR headset. You want it
Yeah.
to be good when it comes out.
Like
And I
that.
mean, the developer model is already fantastic.
I like that word.
Fledgling?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't get to use it very much in conversation. I like to throw it in there when I get a shot.
HTC says we will be starting the new year by making an additional 7,000 units available to developers, followed by commercial availability in April 2016.
Woo. Wait, they're going to make more units available to developers?
Yes.
I wonder if they're going to be pulling from the same list of developers that applied, or if the applications are open again, because I'd like to become a developer.
Did you
'cause those
apply?
kits are free. No, by
Oh.
the time I realized it, the applications were closed.
Yeah, check their website.
I
See
have
if
a-
they
Yeah,
have
holy
it.
heck. I want to get in on that.
I have a bit of a comedy piece.
Heyo.
Let's hear it. Well, tell it, whisper it to me, and then I'll approve it. I'm just gonna go ahead.
So, Sonic Boom.
Okay.
We
Oh,
all
geez.
are aware of this CryEngine masterpiece launched for Wii U, I
Yeah.
believe last year or the year before. Who really cares? If you were interested in buying it, it is now available on Amazon for $12.88.
Hey, that's a bit of a price.
That
dip.
is a tragic thing for a game this new. But I mean, if you're into Sonic still,
It's dirt cheap.
yeah, get
So
it.
Go right on. Did they ever fix the infinite jumping glitch for Knuckles in that game? Do you know?
I don't think so. Well, nah, probably not.
That's
It's not-
so funny. To those who don't know, in the final version of the game, there was a pretty big glitch where if you played as the character Knuckles and you jumped and then you hit pause, when you unpaused, you could jump again. And you could do this for forever. So you could go anywhere in the level.
That's bad.
Completely breaks the game.
Yeah. All right. Jeremy, what would you say is the most esport game? What game really defines esports?
A lot of people play League of Legends.
Okay.
I would say that, as far as popularity goes, probably defines esports.
Yeah.
As far as the amount of money going into esports, Dota 2.
Yep.
As far as esports being easy to look at, Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
I thought it was the competitive Mario teaches typing scene.
That's also there.
That's pretty-
It's
that's pretty
normally number 3 on Twitch.
So yeah, thank you for saying Counter-Strike, because Counter-Strike has their winter update.
Yes, they have.
Out now.
That wasn't a word.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they do. Big update, James.
Jeremy's jaw fell off.
What was in the update, James?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, any kind of professional game like that, can you imagine trying to update a game like that and how scary it would be, because it's so
What a nightmare.
finely tuned, like a violin, that if you
Yeah.
change anything, people are gonna, no matter what, it's gonna be an outcry.
Well, like in Counter-Strike and Dota and even League, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Usually they try to do it not when there's a tournament going
Even
on.
Yeah,
Hearthstone
totally.
and Smash, you
Yeah.
come across those same issues, or like they'll do something very minor in Smash Bros, and then the entire community will be in an uproar because they're like, "Well, you nerfed this character," or in Hearthstone, it's like, "I can't push Patron anymore," or something non-specific like that.
So yeah, Counter-Strike winter update. They added a gun, the R8 revolver, a very sick-looking gun, and they also added what looks like a Call of Duty kill cam.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can now watch who killed you,
Which is neat.
pretty awesome.
That's cute.
As well as adding holiday cheer to the.
Most importantly,
general
on
community.
maps where there are
Oh.
chickens, the chickens wear sweaters now.
That's adorable.
They have Christmas
I
sweaters.
don't believe it.
I'm a
Oh.
huge fan of this.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
excellent.
that's all right.
What
I've
a
never
good
played
update.
Counter-Strike, but
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Big
a lot.
respect.
So yeah, if you're a Counter Strike player, you already know this. Go get it.
Go download.
Speaking of updates, actually, I'm just gonna skip down here. Fallout had a big update.
Yes, it did. 1.2, I think.
Yeah.
Which came up for PC first and should be out on consoles soon.
Big ol' Fallout update. I'm just gonna read off what they have. It said number of pad keys can now be used for remapping PC. Don't know what that means. But
It
we
means
should.
that you can remap what buttons do what on your keyboard and mouse.
Right. Remapping active now works on Quick Container. Also don't know what that means. Here's some fixes. General memory and stability improvements. Thank you.
That's good.
Performance improvements inside. That assembly plant.
Mhm.
Corvega.
Corvega.
Yeah, because I know there was a lot of lights in there that slowed the game down. Optimizations to skinned decal rendering,
And
fixed
then
issues.
they did like a bunch of quest fixes, I believe.
Yeah, there's just a long list.
So like a nice little update,
Yeah,
which is
so
good.
always nice in a game that big. Obviously, there's gonna be a ton of bugs.
Speaking
week
of
one, so.
update, some updated information. A few days ago, we learned that Minecraft was being ported to Wii U, and everyone was
Yes.
like, "Yay, that's awesome! That's
Pretty
like the
great.
one thing that doesn't have it." Bit of strange news. Little development in that.
This is bad
The-
news. Don't
the-
sugarcoat it.
No, the gamepad will not be used for the inventory or the crafting screen, defeating the purpose of putting Minecraft on the Wii U.
Yeah, it's a shame to not be using half what the console you're porting to.
Yeah, which is such a shame.
I'm
I
sure
feel like
they-
a lot of developers are not taking full advantage of the gamepad. Most of them are just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you can also play the game on the gamepad." Like, okay, well, I
Yeah,
can do that on
every
my
game can
phone.
do that.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
well.
what it comes down to is if you want people who know how to develop for the Wii U and for the Wii U gamepad, the people who know how to do that are Nintendo.
Which
Yeah.
sucks
And
because Nintendo
Platinum.
doesn't make games quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well.
What a shame.
I can't imagine how hard it is to develop for the for any Nintendo console. Really, remember when we looked into the developing for the 3DS?
Yeah,
And
well,
how
that
crazy
that
it
much
was.
that much can be said of really any console.
Yeah.
Is how, for those of you who haven't looked into it, typically, unless the company approaches you and says, "Hey, we want this game that you're making on our console," the way you do it is you apply to them. Usually within a few months, you hear back whether or not you get in. Who knows? If they did accept you and they do want you to be a developer, you now have the option to purchase a development kit, which is under NDA, so you can't tell anyone how much it costs. Some people do cheat, though, and they go on the internet and they tell you how much. For example, the 3DS developer's kit is several $1,000s. A 3DS is like $200.
Yeah.
Why is the developer kit $2,000?
Yeah, mysteries all around.
Yeah.
Any small pieces of news before we get into the kind of the meat?
Um,
potatoes?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
so-
I mean, I would need to know what the meat is because we got a bit of a.
Is the meat
The
the,
meat is the
awards?
video game award.
All right.
Well,
I
we were
have
just
some small
talking.
news.
Yeah, we were just talking Nintendo. So let's give a quick update on some Nintendo related stuff
Okay.
because they always have stuff.
Hit me with it.
Super Smash Bros. Presentation, confirmed during the last Nintendo Direct, is going to be the final showcase focused entirely on Smash, and it's going to be taking place 6 days from now on Tuesday, December 15th at 2 p.m. Pacific. So that's
Exciting.
5 Eastern.
And did you say that's going to be the last Smash Direct?
There will be the last Nintendo broadcast dedicated specifically to Smash.
Neat.
Which, to me, means they'll probably announce the final details for how they plan to continue supporting the game, most likely through to the middle of next year, I would say. Because talk of NX has been really high, so I'm pretty sure they're planning on abandoning a lot of their Wii U titles.
Oh, wow. That makes sense. Another bit of small news. This game, I've never played it. I guess I'm a little too young to have been initiated to the franchise. But System Shock was a very popular RPG. The first one came out in 1994. People really, really liked the System Shock franchise, but there hasn't been a game in quite some time. System Shock 2 was just announced that it is going to exist, created by Other Side.
Wait, did you say System Shock 2?
Oh, I'm sorry, System Shock 3.
Yeah.
I apologize. The neat thing is that one of the people that works for Other Side, and therefore works on System Shock 3, is Jeff Kesselman, who came to our school recently because he may or may not be doing some work here
taking
for
on
us.
some teaching
Taking on
position
some
in the-
adjunct
in the
time.
programming side of
Yeah.
the...
That's
So
probably the
very
first
cool.
time that...
Shout out to Jeff Kesselman.
That's probably
Yep.
the first time that any of our gaming news has tied in with anything here on
I know.
campus.
It was
so-
bizarre because, for those of you who don't know, Game Assembly is a co-working space in Manchester created by such people as Dave Carrick and Professor Neil Lorenza. Jeff Kesselman is also a member of that, and there is a Slack chat dedicated for that. So I woke up yesterday morning, went on my gaming news subreddits, and saw that System Shock 3 had been announced. And then a few minutes later, Jeff Kesselman in the Game Assembly chat said, "Oh, well, cat's out of the bag. We're working on System Shock 3.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, heavens."
Yeah, I talked to him at IGDA, and he's a cool guy. Fun to talk to,
Yeah.
and he's got a lot of cool connections.
He is
wants
incredibly smart.
He wants to do like a monthly like Skype chat with some pretty high ups in the game field.
Mhm.
One of the ones I remembered was don't remember his name, sorry, but someone who wrote for BioShock. Like he helped create the story of
Heck,
BioShock. So
that'd be
that's,
awesome.
yeah, he wants to do meetings with them. So
That's good. I want to be their best friend.
yes,
Whoever that
you
is.
definitely want to get to know that. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be going to Game Assembly and just kind of just brushing up on what's going on in the
You can
Manchester
just
community.
kind of pick his brain.
I also have some more things.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
some
so do we.
We
some
have plenty
fun,
of little news.
some not so great. I got Minecraft is coming. That's on the 17th. So, stay tuned for that. It's coming pretty soon.
Mhm.
There's also that final. Anyone want to talk about Final Fantasy? Final
How about
Fantasy
that?
Yeah,
7?
it's so funny you say that because I literally just scrolled across an article. The developers claim that, so if you have not heard yet, Final Fantasy VII Remake, it's important that you do remember it's Final Fantasy VII Remake because it is not just the original game ported to new consoles or anything. They are totally redoing it. They're changing how the combat system works. They're changing a lot of stuff, but still keeping more or less the same feel and story of the game. Will be released in episodes, they've called them, for each individual part. I just scrolled across a article saying, quote, each entry will have its own story and feature the same amount of content as a full-size game. This quote coming from VentureBeat.com.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because all I put in my notes was footage getting people excited. So-
Well, I mean, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's good because we talked about this a couple weeks ago, how Square Enix is like one man working on a spaceship, but then he gets distracted and he makes another spaceship, and he's just building
has
so many
so many.
spaceships at the same time.
Oh, God.
And it's just they're always working on stuff, so it takes forever for things to come out. But they do not disappoint. Like they drop some real quality content, so I'm expecting this to be baller.
A lot of people
For
are
lack of a better word.
upset about the fact that Final Fantasy VII will be coming out as multiple parts. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. I didn't have a PlayStation growing up, so I have absolutely, no dog in the race
Yeah.
as far as
Well,
it comes to this.
If I
But
remember correctly, it was like when you got it.
It was
like
several
5
discs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was like a
in-
book of discs.
in an interview that I read recently, I don't remember what website from, one of the developers said that if they tried to make it all just one game, they would have to summarize a lot of things, and they don't want to do that. They want it to be as a huge and expansive experience as it was on the PlayStation 2.
Take that as you
PlayStation
will.
1, I think.
Because
Yeah,
I'm sure
1.
the director of
getting-
The Hobbit said the same thing.
I'm
so,
getting-
yeah, I mean, maybe.
I'm getting a really strong feeling that it's going to be bigger than the original, based on the way they're saying things. I
Yeah.
feel like they're probably planning on adding a lot more content. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm sure
I
if
have
I
no
were
idea.
a Final Fantasy VII fan, I would be like upset or angry or something, but I'm not. So I'm looking
Yeah.
at this in a completely.
Also, like Cloud's coming to Smash or
Open
whatever,
way.
so that's
Yeah.
cool.
so that's neat.
My brother's getting a PS4. I put that in.
Hey,
It's arriving today.
which of your
Wow.
brothers is getting a PS4?
Matt.
Hey, Matt,
We-
congratulations.
On Black Friday, he was saying how he wanted to get one for. He said he wouldn't. And this is something I'm going to tie
I just
it
can't
in.
get over the absurdity.
What, that I'm talking about
That is
this?
just gaming
This
news.
is my gaming news. Hey, no,
Okay,
so on
go
Black
ahead,
Friday,
though.
he said he wanted to get one for under like $2.99. I managed to find him a $2.99 bundle with Battlefront, which is awesome because we played Battlefront together
Look at that.
as young men, as teensmen.
Yeah, it's
so,
Teensman. There's a lot
um,
of good bundles for the PS4 right
yeah,
now.
so just every couple of days, it dips below $2.99, and I managed to send him a link from Amazon, free
Quickly.
shipping. He's got it, so yeah.
Alright,
Hopefully,
really
I'll be
quickly,
playing
in
it.
other news, I actually
more important
ranked up
news.
in Hearthstone.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Equally as important.
That was kind of a joke one. Here's another kind of joke one. Did you know you can get a farming simulator controller that's $300?
Holy heck.
It's like a steering wheel and like a dial pad. With a bunch of buttons.
Some people are really into their simulator games.
And we watched Brad play it, and it was awful.
Yeah, well, we were also watching him play it, the PlayStation 3 version of it on a PlayStation 4,
Right.
a simulator game, which are normally on PC for a reason.
Very good reason.
Mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
There are not enough buttons
It's also
on a
key
controller.
to remember that, like, he's one of the nicest people and he's got a great taste in games, but watching Brad play games in general, this is the guy who will play GTA and go out and swim for an hour.
Swimming is the worst
Like,
thing you can do. with that
he
game.
loves his exploration, and I get it. Like, it looks like he's having a really tranquil time, but if you're watching that,
Yeah.
you're not getting much.
so boring.
That was funny. I mean, he tried to run people over with the tractor, and I think he just went through them.
Yeah, he just went through them.
pretty
You
boring.
can't do violence in that game.
I think
For a
I,
reason.
I feel like going through vehicles is a good design choice.
I have a couple more things. Before we get to the Game Awards, Rocket League is coming to Xbox One.
Hey,
And
congrats.
with it...
Well, isn't that kind of part of the
part of what?
Game Awards?
I don't know.
That was a world premiere announcement at the Game Awards.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But it isn't a game award, per se. I was just going to read
Yeah.
off who won what.
Let's
Anyway.
make the Game Awards a test. We'll
Oh,
see
yeah,
how
big-
well
big-
Mustafa and I
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mustafa watched them, right?
I watched this, like, the last 20 minutes.
Okay. And you didn't see anything.
No,
And I have
I've
them all
heard
in
like
front
a
of me.
little bit.
So we'll do Jeremy's guess, then Mustafa's guess when we get to it. I just wanted to talk about Rocket League. They're also having a Warthog and the Gears of War Armadillo as
Very
cars
cool.
in it, which I think I might just buy an Xbox One.
I was like,
just
I'm
for
sure,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
sure this didn't help your emotional struggle here.
I
with other
really
people
am
buying
sad
Xbox.
that I don't have an Xbox One because
What
just
a bummer.
the lineup is better, would be better for me, which is a shame.
Did you get the nominees for the Game Awards?
Or just the winners.
I just got the winners, I think.
Or could have been a bit of a multiple choice
But if you want to
game.
pull open a laptop or something, we can get that too.
No,
Yeah, that would make it a little easier. Okay. Also, what else did I have? Rocket League and those playing Battlefront. There's free DLC coming soon. The Battle of Jakku.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's just another level or so. I don't know, but also there will be more free content coming after that. So EA has done something amazing and yet to charge for their DLC.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. It's like
Well-
I'm in this weird state of like anxiety about this game. I'm like, there more DLC, but it's free. Okay, more DLC. Oh, that's
I
free
mean, the
too.
game also came out like 2
Okay.
weeks ago, so it's
Yeah.
less DLC and more of they had the content
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
more
just
like a-
delaying
It's like
giving
free
it to you.
content updates.
It's more like an early access game.
Who calls it free content updates? Nintendo
yeah.
with Splatoon,
Yeah.
which has been out for almost a year.
Yeah, and all of that was on disc. So.
Okay, so we obviously want to get to the fun part. So is everyone ready?
Yes.
We're gonna read out.
Oh,
there's
hold
a
on.
lot
Actually,
of
you
games.
did. There was one other thing that they
Oh no.
talked about during the Game Awards.
Yes.
That was not an award thing. It was Halo.
Oh really?
Yeah, Halo 5. They were talking about how they're doing like a free map update within the next couple of
for
weeks
Halo
or
4?
months.
For Halo 5.
Halo
5.
5.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm behind.
And they said that they're really big about expanding this one and like adding more stuff to Forge and just continuing to support it for like the next several years.
Thanks for that. Do
Neat.
you want to give me a paper cut and pour lemon juice on it as well?
I mean,
I'm kidding. No, that's all good. All right. Game
also the
Awards.
Xbox one got a price drop. No, I'm only
Oh my
kidding.
god. Game Awards. So, guess who wasn't there?
I don't have to guess.
Nintendo.
No.
Oh, were they not there?
I'm talking about Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima.
Oh, yeah, he was legally barred from going.
That's a big piece of news.
Scumbags.
Yeah.
Man,
Awful.
that is the
Absolutely
I
worst.
was watching the video and the announcer was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to take a moment and say that he's not here because what was it Konami? Legally stopped him from going, and the crowd
And the
behind
whole
him
crowd
just booed,
erupted
big
with
time.
negative.
So funny.
Yeah, I
time
love it.
booze.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
deserve it. They're scumbags for
That
that.
was really uncool.
I
so-
mean, Metal Gear Solid 5 is to a T Hideo Kojima's piece of art.
yeah,
Mhm.
And Konami, in my opinion, in no way has a right to claim that.
Mm.
And now, without him, they've got nothing. So, good luck.
Yeah.
Enjoy your mobile trash.
have fun. So he got a big round of applause, which was nice. They took a moment.
That's excellent.
Just
and he got a
him.
tribute. They did a tribute song from the Metal Gear soundtrack performed by someone that they flew in. So,
That was nice of them.
That's really awesome. All right, here we go. Game time, vote time. This is the jury voted winners, and I think that's all we'll cover. So, do you want to start from the bottom to the top, or vice versa?
Let's do bottom to the top.
All right.
Start from the bottom, now we're here.
Best art direction.
Best art direction, that went to The Witcher 3.
Mustafa?
I'm also going to say Witcher 3.
The answer is Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh,
of
I knew
course
Best
it
art
is.
direction. I
That's
need
so
I need to get the
good.
nominees. I don't know how to get it.
That's fun.
How do I get the nominees?
Yeah, I knew that was a duh.
Yeah, of course it would be Ori and the Blind Forest.
Good.
That game is
Beautiful
beautiful. Oh, great soundtrack. Fantastically designed.
Here are the
Made in
nominees
Unity.
for
Fun
the Game
fact.
Awards. Hopefully this will give it to me. But the next one is Best Multiplayer.
That went to
Best
Splatoon.
Multiplayer. You guys both say Splatoon. You're
Mhm.
correct.
Mm.
Splatoon, best multiplayer game, and I can see why. Best sports/racing game.
Best sports/racing game.
I'm going to say Rocket League.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Forza.
Mustafa, bang on guess.
Yeah,
Rocket
that's
League
a-
is correct.
Of course.
That is
Nice.
both the best racing and the best sports game simultaneously.
That is amazing.
Best
good on
family
them.
game.
Mario
Best family
Maker.
game. Mario Maker.
Correct.
This is a bad game because if one of us says something
All
that's
right, this is
correct.
good that we don't need the nominees because it's not loading. All right, Jeremy first, because you may already know.
Mario Maker.
Wow, Mario Maker is the best fighting game. Best fighting game.
Oh, best fighting game? Oh, geez. That definitely went to Mortal Kombat X.
Mustafa nods for the radio listeners.
Yep.
Yes,
Yay.
Mortal Kombat X is correct. Absolutely. I don't know what else would have got it. You don't even know what the nominees were?
I really wish I had the nominees. Was there another? Well, I mean, Street Fighter 5 came out.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Mortal Kombat. Yeah, makes sense.
How about best action adventure game?
Best action adventure
I
game.
already know this.
I'm going to guess that best action adventure game went to The Witcher 3.
Mustafa?
I'm gonna say Kojima's Baby.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
It was?
The Phantom,
Phantom
Pain?
Pain.
The Phantom
Correct,
Pain? There it
yes.
is. Phantom Pain.
Best shooter. Shooter.
Definitely went to Splatoon.
Mustafa?
I would rather it were Splatoon. so
It
I'm gonna
was
say
Splatoon.
Good.
Amazing. Because I didn't really think of that game as a shooter, but of course it is.
Game about shooting.
Glad it wasn't
Games
BO3.
for impact.
Games for impact?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, this is hard because
Life
Yeah, no,
is
no,
Strange. That's my guess.
Her Story.
Life is Strange. Well done.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Best performance.
Just best performance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like a movie thing.
Yeah. Who did the best
Who
in the game?
Who had the best performance?
Which game just sung their heart out?
You know, best performance definitely went to Phantom Pain.
I know this one, and it's Her Story, isn't it?
Correct.
I heard that the acting was weak in that.
Weak.
Pathetic.
Oh my god, if the internet works, I can give the nominees here too. Best score / best soundtrack.
Best score, definitely Ori and the Blind Forest.
And Mustafa?
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh,
Phantom Pain.
heavens. I haven't played that, but I'm going to disagree.
Okay, well you can't.
Which you can't do if you haven't played it.
I have never
Well, it's
played
not like,
nor
it's not
heard
like
that game.
Kojima can legally fly out here and argue with you.
Yeah.
So.
Poor guy.
All right. Where were we? Narrative. Best narrative.
Best narrative. The Witcher.
I'm gonna put Witcher on this one too.
Her story.
Oh, come on.
It
Of
literally
course I
says
didn't play the one
story
game
in
that
the
keeps
title.
winning.
The best mobile handheld game.
Hearthstone. No, wait, did it have to come out this year?
Sure.
Her Story.
Was that mobile?
Yeah, it's on
I don't know.
iOS.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Exodia Menace.
That is correct. Lara Croft Go.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, great. Best indie.
Best indie?
Best independent game.
Best independent game.
That should not be a category.
Why?
Because I mean, lately
Like,
hasn't
what's
it been-
best AAA game?
Yeah, seriously, like
come
hasn't there
on.
been an industrial movement to sort of treat
Yeah.
them as the same?
I think Ori was indie, so I'm gonna say Ori.
Okay, Mustafa.
Rocket League?
Mustafa Rocket League. Correct.
Rocket League is
Well done,
indie. I didn't
Rocket
know
League.
that.
I love you so much. Developer of the year. Developer
Not Hideo
of
Kojima.
the year.
Is this individuals or companies?
Who knows?
You got to give us that hint.
Come
I
on.
wish I could. I don't know. I just copied and pasted.
You can't tell
Okay.
based on the answer.
No.
Okay.
Come on, that's absurd. You're
It's-
looking at either a person's name or a company.
Oh,
Which one?
Okay, well it's a company. I mean,
There you go.
oh, okay. Wait, what? I thought you said indie or AAA.
No.
You said-
No. I said, could you
Was
give
not
us?
listening.
Is it
Oh.
a company or a person?
Yeah, I don't know
That's
if
what
this is a
saying.
person's name or.
So
no,
if
I'm
it's a
kidding.
developer,
This is definitely a
I'm
developer. I'm
gonna
sorry.
say Nintendo.
Okay, Jeremy.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna say 3D Project Red.
Correct.
Yes.
Project Red. Who knows what the game of the year is?
Dirt.
Do you know? Jeremy, do you actually know?
Is the game of the year? Is it The Witcher 3?
That's
The
correct.
Witcher 3.
I just keep guessing, and I'm gonna be right eventually.
They did a very beautiful sort of memorial thing for Satoru Iwata.
Oh, that was
And
nice.
Reggie gave a nice speech. So it was
Nice.
really beautiful moment. So
Was that all?
Game
of them,
Awards
James?
was all around a pretty stand up event. They had some mouse DJ.
Yeah, Dead Mao 5.
Whoa, they got a dead mouse
I
to play.
hate when people say that for his name.
Dead Mouse 5.
Dead Mao 5. It's Dead Mouse. Is that the end of the?
That's it.
The
did it.
final score is me with 7 points and Mustafa with 8 points. So Mustafa is the winner.
Yay! Thank you.
You did it.
All right, and that ties in. Actually, no, it doesn't. I was gonna say game of the week, but next show is our last one of the semester and of the year.
Mhm.
Maybe we should have an award show.
Oh.
Instead of our traditional show, we can do honorable mentions, and we can do one out of each genre.
Oh, look at that.
I'm taking notes if you guys want to do a category that we should pick for. I know I want Bro High Five Game of the Year.
Yep,
I
bro.
think,
High five.
I think Friday we have some time where we're going to be sitting down as a team and sort
Can we
of
have
chatting.
a indie feel good trash of the year?
Yep. Indie feel good trash.
Quirky physics game of the year.
retro pixel graphics game of the
Pixel
year?
graphics of the year. So tropey.
All of these will be delivered.
Tropey and negatively charged, but not
Okay.
really.
But also most squish.
Yeah.
Best visuals, best use of mechanic.
For those of you who do not know, and we'll talk about it in just a second, for the Game Jam, those were the superlatives that were voted on for the finished games.
Problem is, I haven't actually played a lot of games this year because I'm broke.
Yeah, and
So it's hard.
after I bought Fallout 4, I said I'm done buying games for the year.
I've
So
sampled
I
a
haven't
little bit of
bought anymore.
everything, so
That's
we
good.
can chat.
Yeah. And at the very least, we can watch gameplay videos and just kind of just take that.
That's
into
how
the-
journalism works
Yeah,
these
right.
days, as I understand it.
Yeah, and then you just give it a clickbait title and boom, you're on your way.
Witcher
3 is what else we got?
sexist.
You want any more?
This man played Witcher 3. You won't believe what grew out of his ears.
Oh God, what happened?
I'm gonna put in
What happened to him?
Nothing grew out of his
best
ears.
memories
Oh,
playing this game.
Nice.
How about I think a better way to phrase that would be
Sure.
Most
new
memorable?
classic. And you know what I mean? Like the
Oh.
most likely to become a classic, something like that.
Okay, I'm just gonna put /new classic. Because I'm not a writer. I don't understand this jargon.
I'm not a writer.
So yeah, I'm
don't
happy.
write at
Okay,
me.
so next week we'll come back with the Massive Hawk Game Awards,
And
also
then we
known
should have personal games
as
of the year.
the MHGA Awards, because that's the acronym pronounced.
I like that.
Nice, got a good ring to it, just like the SAG Awards.
Yeah. Sag.
No, I don't want this.
No, thank you. Actually.
Okay, what were you saying? Sorry, I talked over you. I wasn't
They
listening.
said yeah, and then we could have each of us have a personal one too.
Yeah, a personal one and then a consensus one. And hopefully Sarah will be here to vote on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Or else we'll pick for her.
I will pick for you, Sarah.
All right, I'm ready to move on to what's new in SNU news.
But we're not gonna do game of the week this week.
Yes, we're going to do Game of the Week now. Correct. So, yeah, I was just looking at my agenda. And I
Hey,
went,
Mustafa.
no,
I'll go last.
just don't go live.
Oh, okay. Hey, James. What's your game of the week?
Jeez. I was going to base mine off whatever yours was going to be. Because I feel like yours would have eliminated one of mine.
That's really
And I don't want to
funny.
accidentally take yours.
Let's see. I haven't played many games this week. Like I
Same.
said earlier, I haven't bought any games for a while, and I'm not buying games for like another month. But what I have been playing a heck of a lot and having a lot of fun with is Hearthstone. Just
Okay.
been loving it. Been loving the new adventure. And doing my dailies, trying to get all the rest of the wings in the adventure. Been having a lot of fun with that. Hearthstone is my game of the week.
All right,
Dun,
cool.
dun.
In that case, I think my game of the week is a game I was recently introduced to. Oh, wait, no, this was Jeremy's game of the week last week.
Yes,
I'm
it
not
So
gonna
was.
you
do
can talk about it. Well, a
was gonna
different
say
perspective. It's not really.
Gauntlet. You want me to talk about it? You want to say
Talk about
Gauntlet? Okay. So I'm going to say Gauntlet because I was introduced to it post Game Jam, which would have been interesting.
Which
if
was
I'd-
funny because I drew a lot of inspiration from Gauntlet while programming our game.
Oh, Game Jam game, yeah. So Gauntlet is a third-person, kind of top-down,
Mm-hmm.
no, well, top-down, third-person, fantasy
Dungeon crawl.
dungeon crawler, exactly, where you just kind of fight through hordes of fantasy monsters and use different power-ups, collect gold to defeat the boss. Every couple stages. It reminds me a lot of Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which I played a lot with my brother, and the co-op, kind of reflects that a lot. So it brought back a lot of
Beautiful memories.
childhood memories. Yeah. So I'm excited to
bliss.
go back and show my brother that game too because it's a real good one. So yeah, that's my game of the week. Had a good time with it. Hey Mustafa, do you have a game of the week? Have you even?
I've
any
been playing a lot of
games?
Lara Croft Go lately.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
you
No,
That's
should
the best
download
mobile
that.
experience.
No, as anyone who's been listening for more than 20 minutes would know, Xenoblade Chronicles is my favorite game series ever, and Xenoblade Chronicles X actually launched this past Friday, December 4th.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and I got the special edition, and I have just been loving every last minute of it. It's the only game I've ever played where I started it up and for 2 solid hours just ran and jumped I just looked around and I was just looking at everything. I didn't
And
fight anything.
We all sat there with
I
you.
didn't
and we were
explore.
our best. We were all
I was
taking away.
just enjoying the beautiful scenery. You know, the movement is very squishy. You know, there's a lot of impact when you land a jump. The voice acting is adequate. The storyline so far is very good. But visually and like the combat and the movement, it's all super expansive and incredible. Combat alone makes this game a sequel. It's different in every other way.
Yeah.
I would hardly consider it a Xenoblade game, but I would still consider it the best Wii U game I've played. So
Damn.
mhm.
It was, yeah, we've been watching you play it, and we're all enjoying it simply because of how much excitement is oozing out of every pore from your body. So we naturally get swept up in it as well. It's it's not my kind of game, and I'd give it a go, and I'd still recommend it. It's certainly, artistically
vast.
speaking, it's stellar. as
It
well.
is vast is the best way to describe
A lot
it.
of
And
insane creature design.
if you would like to spend time getting to know characters and getting to understand a world, this is the game for you.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Jeremy, I noticed you were drawing.
Yeah, I drew a picture of you.
That's pretty great. I like that a lot. Well done.
Unfortunately, none of our listeners can see it because
Yeah.
this is radio.
Yeah, put it on Facebook or something.
No, go ahead and describe it to them like you described memes to me yesterday.
I'm describing memes as drawing illustrations. It's me, looking pretty upset, kind of, or not upset, but angry, and I got my war face on, and I'm holding an assault rifle, shouting, suppressing fire, but I'm still wearing a hoodie, so I like keeping it real. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Yeah.
hey, Jeremy, hey, Mustafa.
Hey.
What do we do this weekend?
Oh, jeez, I can't remember. It
I
was
played
such a blur.
Xenoblade.
Shut up. We did something else. We did the game jam.
Shut up, we did something.
The 24-hour game jam.
Yeah, we did.
It was so fun.
It was fun. All right, moving on. Yeah.
Let's talk about our
24-hour
game.
It was
24-hour game jam.
It was
happened.
my favorite game jam yet.
And
we've
there
been to
were
like 5.
there was the first one where the game jam committee was used, which is amazing. So we had
That
a
went well.
banquet of sandwiches and also like
like
looked
finger foods
finger
and
food
stuff.
as well.
Yeah.
And then just lots of people having a good time beforehand. And then the theme was Awaken.
Awaken.
And off we went. And first thing we did was go to the dining hall,
Yeah.
despite the
we
food
do
that was
game
there.
jams a little differently than other teams
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, so we got a prompt, and we went to dinner and discussed it.
Can we do this? I would like to do this in a game of the week style almost. Maybe like a bit of an announcement type for our game. Can we do that?
Do
What
it.
do you mean?
What
Go
do you
ahead.
got?
You do it.
I didn't want to give a play-by-play anyway, so yeah, please.
Okay. So new game by Massive Hawk
Whoa.
called Fightmare.
Whoa.
Fightmare is in the works officially. We made it for the 24-hour game jam. It is a top-down fantasy dungeon crawler. It is cooperative but also competitive, as at the end of each randomly generated dungeon, there can be but one winner. So, you can use your sword or your fireballs to damage enemies throughout the dungeon, but you cannot attack your friends. You want your friends there to help you through the dungeon, but points at the end will only be divided amongst those who survived. So if you want to get the most points and be the winner, you have to kill your friends. How do you do that without hurting them?
How do you do it? You can't hurt your friends in this game.
Well, each room in the dungeon is riddled with all of these traps that can be triggered by buttons, timers, and everything else. And you, as the player, can use your dash ability to sabotage your friends and push them into these traps. So essentially what you want to do is keep your friends around as long as you need them, but kill them to take the glory, the points, the fame, and the honor in the end.
So cool.
Well done, nice description.
Thank you.
So this game jam was a little different. There weren't judges. It was all participant-based voting. So we were all, at the end of the jam, given sheets with 3 superlatives. Best, most squish, best visuals, and best use of mechanic.
Yep.
Surprisingly, no best use of theme.
Well,
Yeah,
that was a
and we-
write-in, but no one cared.
Yeah. Okay. So we didn't really tie it too hard into the theme, and now once that we're
The word Fightmare
okay,
implies
now
a
that
dream.
we're cutting the theme loose, we can kind of just go in any direction we
Go
want. But yeah, we
wild.
tied it in by doing like a pillow was your health. You got that for health, and then the
It
name
was a
Fight
real
Man.
stretch.
It was
It
a stretch,
was
but
a bit of a
we didn't
stretch.
care. And
Yeah,
it
we
didn't matter,
reached-
and I think I like that a lot about the
That's
jam.
what matters about a good game.
That the theme gave us
Something to go off
something
of.
to go off of.
But now
pointed
we
us
have
in
a new
direction,
idea,
and now we have a good
and we
game
for
that we're
sure
gonna
plan
do.
to develop this game further
Mhm.
and put it out there. So anyone listening, we hope it'll be in your hands
We hope
eventually.
that you'll buy it for money.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Uh,
I'm so poor.
We had a good time. We got a classroom this time to work in.
Yes.
We shared with a team of Nicks.
Yep. 3
And a
Nicks
Devon.
and a
Nicks and a
Devon.
Devon, and they made a good game too. What did we do differently this time? That different from other jams. We had more fun the whole time.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We had a lot of fun the whole time.
Yeah.
What we normally
took it
do
easy.
for
We
our
made
jam
sure it was
strategy,
fun.
if you are looking forward to the 48-hour game jam, or you haven't done a game jam yet and you want some tips, here's our strategy, and it always goes well for us. Right when we hear the theme, we go out to eat dinner, and we talk about the theme while we eat dinner. So boom, we're well fed and we're excited, and then we get back and start worrying about specific design and development. We usually go to bed at like 1:30 to 2 o'clock, so we go back to our rooms and sleep there. We rest until about 8 o'clock, and then we usually start work at around 9. So we're well rested, we're well fed, we have plenty of time to hang out, and then we like to do an asset freeze like 3 hours before the game is due. So we're not stressing to get last minute stuff in the game.
Another thing we did this time was used something that I'd never heard of. What was it called again? Where we had like a minimum product.
Oh, the Sid
4
Meier
hours.
method?
Yeah, the Sid Meier approach.
Yeah, we use the Sid Meier method.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we had at the end of the first day, we had planned to have we had a huge goal that we were reaching,
Mhm.
but it was attainable. It was like a very simplified version of the game that we actually ended up with, right?
Yeah.
So
Which
a
was
lot of the
good
mechanics were
because
down and a lot of-
we hadn't exactly hit our goal that night, but because we had set such a low goal for us, the fact that we were running past our due date was okay because we had a really short obtainable goal that we could then wrap up the next morning. That's the way you got to do it. You have to keep your scope very realistic.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about the game and the game jam?
My favorite thing about the game
That
is
you did.
the
How about that you did?
that
And
I
then
did.
What,
Okay,
what
so
we
I
had.
was the programmer and tech artist. So the favorite thing that I did is probably a cross between I really loved the fireball attack of our enemy. The fireball model came out well. It was emissive, and then when it hit, it had a cool explosion particle
Yeah.
effect. I also really loved the effect that happened when a player or an enemy died. Our players and our enemies were made up of all of their limbs were like little detached things, sort of like a Rayman. And when they died, they each just flew off of the player
Yeah.
in kind of like an explosion of limbs. And I thought that was really funny looking.
Yeah. Mustafa, what was your favorite thing you did?
Well, I did the title screen, the music, and I did level design,
Mhm.
and I mean, it's just some principal design stuff I focused on. But that was probably my favorite thing was sort of working on the design of the game, because I mean, being a designer is my probably biggest aspiration as it pertains to the industry, and so just being able to see things work and not work, and being able to adjust them as such,
Yeah.
and communicate that effectively with our juggernaut basilisk programmers running across water at the speed of light. And also I really liked just being able to sit down and make music. I also like that this time I didn't have my headphones in while I was making our first track,
yeah.
I like that
because
a lot.
I really got to feel it coming along and just see you guys sort of subconsciously head nod.
That was
as
like
things
a
were
that
coming
was like a
together.
happy little accident because just your headphone jack wasn't working,
Yeah.
and then it ended up being really cool
And
because
if you
we
were
all got to hear
if
the
you were
song.
going on the wrong track, we could early on be like, no, that's
Yeah.
No, I
not
don't
that.
care
We're
for
not
that.
feeling that.
But
Yeah,
yeah, that
and then
was-
you could
that
correct
was
it instead
awesome.
of having a finished product, presenting it, and us being like, I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
Which infrequently happened because you're a good DJ or whatever composer. I was very proud that we got best visual because I had a lot to do with the visuals.
Yeah.
I mean, we tied for first, but hey, first is first. And yeah, we kept the art style very cutesy and simple so we could get things done quickly. I think my favorite part was when we I drew up some character concept and I turned it around and I was like, yep. First thing I drew, you guys
Yeah.
were like all over
You
it.
did a
I was like,
really
okay,
good
I'll
job
just,
with
I'll
the
just skip
character
that.
concept.
Yeah, you grabbed our sort of what we were going for and just
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
happy
I
did it.
remember we were talking about what we kind of wanted, and then after discussing it, I was like, I don't know what I want, but I know when I see it, I'll know that I like it. And as soon as you turned your computer around to show your first sketch, I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah, the first thing I had planned was a little over the top, and you guys shut it down pretty quick. And I was like, okay, I'll go simple.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll go real simple. I'll show you, and I did. So yeah, any other good games from the game
I
jam?
mean, I also have
There
a,
were
I
so
have,
many
I
good
have, I just want to acknowledge since she's not here.
Yeah.
My
Sarah
favorite
Filippo.
thing that Sarah did because she helped me out a lot with designing the levels in the different rooms, and she sort of pointed out a lot of things that I didn't notice about measuring, space and distance and the jump, and it was really nice having her programmer's perspective on level design because it helped me set limitations and work better.
That worked really well. And
Also-
the levels that you guys made together were fantastic.
Yeah.
You know
Also,
what else?
she's just good energy to have around.
Yeah.
So.
I think my favorite thing Sarah did was give us. She coined the phrase "I meep, I die, I veep again."
Oh yeah.
Also, do you think it was beneficial to have the way we sat? Usually we sit around a table,
Yes.
one person
I think
per
that
side.
the way
but
we
this
sat was
time
fantastic.
we have a programmer and an artist
Sitting
I guess.
next to
So-
a programmer and
so-
an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that layout worked pretty well.
It was very feng shui.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just putting that out there. So anyway, other games. from the Game Jam.
My favorite games that I played, I would say if I had to pick one game that I really had a blasty blast playing, that would be Patrick Ryan and I think his friend from a different school
Yeah,
came
didn't
to the
catch his
Game
name.
Jam. Patrick
Yeah.
Ryan, who is a Snoop alum. They made a split-screen, two-player competitive game about wizards. And what you do is you have like your awaken meter, they called it, which is basically like your mana bar, and you have 4 different spells. Each of them costs a different amount of like that bar, and you fill up the bar by running around this randomly generated city and punching buildings. And when you punch a building enough times, it blows up into blocks, and you get some awakening points that way, and then you unleash your awakening points by using different spells to fight each other. And it was so fun. I think I played like 4 people, and I had a blast every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I had a good time
It was
too.
made by 2 programmers, so it's no surprise that it didn't tie for best visuals.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everything worked really well. It was very
Yeah,
smooth.
it had what I like
It
to
was
call
really fun.
programmer art, which
Yeah.
is what I make when I work on like solo projects. Very
Yeah.
simple looking things that just get the job done.
Yeah, he killed it. A lot of the games, because of the way that room was laid out, some people were kind of cramped in the middle. Did you catch
Yeah.
any games up near the back
I
that were
did.
like good?
I
That
got a
I didn't.
couple.
I didn't play a lot of games.
Goodness, I can't remember the name of the one for the life of me. The Dreamscape was the one that the team that shared the room with us.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play
Um,
Dreamscape.
it was very well put together. A lot of really good environment design that's done by Nick Lanza. And like the controls were very nice and smooth. It was in Unreal, so it was for sure a really beautiful game.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of really trippy sort of dream vibe stuff going on.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I also saw the game that I believe Connor did. Connor Hughes.
I think,
I
yeah,
think
that
I
2D.
played that.
There
That was
was
like you were like
movement and
I
there's
played that,
light,
yeah.
and
like an
then
amoeba or something.
yeah, and you're moving around and like you're using light, and as you take damage, the light shrinks, and so
Oh, I didn't notice
the
that.
main mechanic is that you're sort of losing light, which I thought was really cool, and it was
Yeah.
very visually appealing. What was another one that was really good? My personal favorite that was there was Dream Dash.
Yeah,
That was
my favorite
Dale
too.
and Tom Ordway and Tack.
And I think they had
And-
one other person.
It was Jamie.
Oh, it was
No,
Cat.
Cat,
Cat,
yeah.
Cat Maloney.
Yeah, a lot of 2D
The
stuff.
4 of them, and it was just I had a blast with it.
So fun.
It was a
I
fun
don't
game.
like shooters, but I do love Infinite Runners, and this sort of combines the
They
better elements
certainly
of
both,
both
yeah.
genres, and it's really fast paced, really pretty, just super fun.
Yeah.
They showed it off at Club again on Monday, and
As we did.
it was so much fun.
Yeah. Any more last thoughts about the Game Jam?
It was an absolute blast.
So
Yeah,
fun. I
thanks
was so
again,
tired.
to everyone who participated and to the
Thanks for
committee
coming.
for putting on
Yeah.
some pretty rad stuff, and obviously, as always, to our awesome professors for
Yeah,
taking
for
times out of their lives.
giving us
to-
a good theme and coming
Yeah.
by and checking out everybody's stuff.
Mhm.
Really appreciate that.
It was great.
Really
So-
looking forward to the 48-hour jam. The date has yet to be decided.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably April is usually what it is.
Well, it could be
We're-
March. It was
yeah.
March last time.
I don't know.
All right, who
Try to
knows?
do it a bit earlier
It could be
than
August.
a week before finals
Yeah,
this time.
yeah, hopefully.
Sorry about that for the 24-hour jam.
That's fine.
It could be next
I wasn't
December.
afraid.
It could be today.
Yeah.
It's today, isn't it?
48-hour
Oh my God.
jam starts
It's
today.
tonight.
Forgot to
All
tell
right.
you guys.
The theme is Ashura.
Habanero.
Okay, so Game Design Club happened on Monday. Let's
It was
catch
a
up. There was a lot of people who
fun
weren't there.
time.
It was a
It was pretty
quiet
short.
meeting. So let's catch up with all the people that didn't catch it.
So if you missed it,
Yeah, here we go. It was the last one of the year. Sorry, guys.
Oh no!
Last one of 2015.
came.
It's over. You missed it.
You
Way to
blew it.
go, buddy.
All right. So people showed the game jam games. So that was kind of the biggest part. Tack, Dale, and Tom showed their game.
Those
And-
scumbags. Massive Hawk showed theirs.
Yeah, and they broke it down pretty well. They took a while to really show everything and all the bugs that they found and stuff. And we also showed our game. And even like it was only a couple days after the jam ended, and our game was already pretty different from
Yeah.
how because you couldn't resist touching it with
yeah,
the
the
programming
next
stuff.
morning after the jam, I started like making changes to stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it was great. So we showed that off. And then Dale let us know that there was stuff going on for this new game. They're looking for the designer position. He said that the designer needs to be familiar with both coding and art.
I think so. One or the other.
Oh, did he?
I think he said both because you have to interact with all the departments.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, ask him.
Yeah.
He's always around. And yeah, he talked a little bit about getting paid to do the game.
Yes,
Still no
actually,
numbers have been
no numbers.
no
But the
numbers
people
yet,
that are
but-
working on the new game will be getting paid monthly, like actual
yeah,
money.
that's what he
that
said.
You can go down to the dollar store and buy candy.
Soda pop.
Yeah, soda pop.
Buy
with.
yourself one of the candy bars.
So, like, holy heck, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, especially if you don't have a job on campus or something, or you just want a little extra cash.
Yeah.
First paid
Yeah,
game
yeah,
for probably a
get
lot of
paid to
students
make
here.
games.
Yeah.
What?
First time.
Finally,
Yeah.
paid monthly to make games. Excited.
Very
So hopefully
cool.
I can get an opposition on that. I have applied.
Yeah, I would love to program for that.
And
Dale.
Yeah, Dale, help. Once again, Dale and Tack showed Soulbreaker.
Yeah, that's coming along
It's
nicely.
oh my god, it was different. And once again, every like 2 weeks they like show it and it changes. So that was pretty much it for club. Oh, a Stride game was also shown.
Yes.
Jamie Emerson.
Jamie Emerson.
Two others, right?
What was her boyfriend's name?
Don't remember.
I cannot
Has he
remember.
graduated? No, he's still
no,
here.
he's a student.
I
He's
saw
also
him.
a lab aide. I should probably know his name because I'm also a lab aide. Oops.
Him.
He has a
and-
gentlemanly speaking voice. I know that.
Yes.
Was
He,
Jack on
he
that
presented
too?
it. I don't remember if Jack
Yeah.
was for that. He might have been.
He
I think he
was.
was. He was. He was.
Okay. So they made an awesome math game, which looked way too hard for me. It was about 6th grade math level, or less than that.
Sixth grade math level. In other words, way too hard.
Way too hard. I think it was actually 3rd grade, but it was funny because like he playtested it. I was like, oh, I don't want to playtest that. I'd probably get a really easy question wrong, and it would laugh at me. But yeah, it looked really awesome. It was a like factory potion themed game where you have to mix vials of math to create the right number. So the scientist on the side says, "Oh, 20 plus whatever, make this number," and so you grab the right potion, and it's awesome.
It's a squishy game with some good tunes and some stellar visuals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it sounds
it
good
was really
visuals.
neat.
So
Very
well
neat.
done to them.
Any doubts I had about doing Stride next time around are gone. I'm interested.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Matt Sandstrom. Is that his name?
I don't know.
I'm
man.
sorry. I've been trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Sandstrom. I remember because his name is similar to Sandstorm. Darude.
I'm sure he gets that a lot.
I
That would be a good
Being
time
in
to
this
play us out.
major.
I hope he says again. I don't have any more news.
Sorry, guys.
Ran
Sorry,
out?
guys.
We gave you all the news.
I ran out of things to
But
say.
we tried to ration it, and we
How much money do I have? I could probably buy
in
us
a-
some more news.
drunken stupor. We gave you all the news.
Yeah. I want to see if Sandstorm's on this list, but I doubt it is.
James, how much more news will $1 get me?
Oh, all right. $1 will get
I'll
you.
give you an update on something.
Yeah.
How's the NX?
Yeah.
You can apparently daisy chain them together.
Well, yeah, that was NX news. And
to add
You
processing
get that,
power.
you're not getting the dollar.
Dang it.
So lost your chance, James.
Because I read stuff about the NX last week, and I tried to find it this morning, and couldn't find anything. Well, guess
NX
no one knows
Mars is
anything.
hard to come by.
GG. Thanks for listening once again. I hope it was a fun show for you as much as it was for me. I enjoyed.